Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, well, before I get into as for me, let's start off with a little story. I recently came across a tweet that I had sent out. This was on May 28th, 2014 at 12:31 a.m. So 30 minutes after midnight, I was compelled to tweet out this. Life goals, number one, meeting Bill Murray. I'll figure out everything else. That was a long time ago. A simpler time, I guess you could say. Well, it's taken a long time. And I'll be honest, when I tweeted that out, I never really thought we'd get to today. Today, November 6th, 2025, where I scratched that number one with a bullet off my bucket list. That's right, kids. I'm at the Palace Theater, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Pittsburgh, and I'm here to see Bill Murray and his blood brothers live at the Palace Theater. I've never been to the Palace Theater in Greensburg before. Never met Bill Murray before. It's going to be a first for many things. I have the VIP pass to do a meet and greet pre-show with Bill Murray and the Blood Brothers. Looking forward to checking that out. Now, when I went on to YouTube, as I often do whenever I go to these events, because he's been traveling everywhere. It's very unlike Bill Murray, where he's been all over the place. And I wanted to see if someone had their perspective of what the VIP experience was like to meet Bill Murray. Now, there's plenty of videos of the show. And I'm certainly going to bring some of that to you as well if I can, unless they have some video restriction that I'm unaware of. I'm going to be, taking little bits and pieces from the show as part of this video. But what I wanted to get into was the actual VIP experience of meeting Bill Murray. And share what that was like. I'm guessing it's all too brief. You're in, you take a picture, you're out. That's basically how meet and greets go. And I don't expect anything less here. But funny enough, interestingly enough, this was not the first ticket I bought for this show. I had purchased a ticket to the Parks Casino show in Philadelphia because Pittsburgh is a vortex. The Pittsburgh area is a vortex. Very rare to artists actually come here. It's very strange. We miss out on a lot of things. So I never expected them to come to the Pittsburgh area. Lo and behold, they're in the Pittsburgh area. So I figured, okay, I'll buy the tickets to the Pittsburgh area show. I'll sell the Philadelphia one. Smart. Except for I only bought one ticket to the Philadelphia show. It's in the front row. And because the meet and greets, for some reason, meet and greets were different in every city. We were initially I was going to go to Cleveland, and Cleveland had no meet and greets that I saw. Plus, there was no video filming in their casino of any kind. It's very strange. So I was like, I'll go to Philadelphia to another casino. There was no mention of video restriction. And I figured, it's a 3 to 4 hour, like 3.5, 4 hour drive. Not a big deal. Then he showed up here and I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the Pittsburgh one and I'll just sell the Philadelphia one. Well, it's a week to that show. There was a delay on this show. This show was supposed to be a week ago and it was delayed. And now the show in Philadelphia is next week. No one has purchased this ticket. So could it be that after many years, never thinking I would ever meet the elusive Bill Murray, there's a chance, most likely, that within a week and a day's time, I'm going to meet him twice, because I'm not going to let that ticket go to waste. So it'll be interesting to see. You might end up seeing 2 Bill Murray vlogs on the channel. But we're going to get into the meet and greet with Bill Murray, the show experience, my thoughts on it. My guess is it's kind of like live band karaoke with Bill Murray. And that sounds cool to me. But let's step inside the Palace Theater, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, to see Bill Murray and his blood brothers live in concert, and Tom was here.
Oh, hi, it's Lieutenant Jim Dangle of the Reno Sheriff Department, and you're watching Tom Was Here.
All right, here's the venue for the evening, the Palace Theater. First time here. Never been in this building before, ever at any point. And they have some good acts out here in Greensburg too, so it'll be interesting to check it out and see how it looks in there. I mean, it's from like 1926, maybe even be earlier than that. I don't even know how, like 100 years of this theater, something crazy like that. But it'll be interesting. All right, yeah, we're here. Palace Theater. Waiting in line. Okay, did want to speak a bit about the VIP experience when meeting Bill Murray. The idea is to get more information should you be one of the people that is in one of these cities that has not got the details on this VIP, what you're kind of getting yourself into. So I was kind of waiting for a long time to get an email. We got a know before you go email the week of the show, like 1 week before, but we didn't get the VIP information until a couple days before the show, and that is subject to change, so I kind of understand that. This is how this worked in Greensburg at the Palace Theater. It may work differently at the venue you're at. So it's hard to know what to wear for something like a Bill Murray. But I went subtle. I did the Team Zissou. You know what I mean? I think that's fairly subtle. This is an 8 o'clock show. The lineup was 6:30. You went into a small little side office at the theater. You got your lanyard. You then walked into the main entrance of the theater. Then there's not really any directions telling you where to go, so we had to ask someone, and they directed us where to go. That may be the case for any venue. It's something where you may have to ask to know where to go. But we went there, and we got in the line, and so the VIP ticket detail said 7:30. We were in the venue by like 6:50, maybe 7, something like that. So then they had us line up, and we were probably in that wait line for about 20, 25, 30 minutes, maybe something like that. And then they ushered us to this back area. Then you get the spiel. The spiel is that they're not doing selfies. There's no autographs. No anything. Don't pull out your cell phone, anything like that. So when you go to meet Bill, keep in mind you're meeting the whole band. So you're meeting the Blood Brothers, you're meeting Bill, you're meeting Jimmy Vivino. Jimmy Vivino was Conan O'Brien's band leader when he was on TBS's Conan. It's Jimmy Vivino and the Basic Cable Band. So I'm very familiar with Jimmy Vivino. So it'd be cool to meet him as well, but obviously Bill's the prize. And when you line up for the photos, you line up next to Bill. Understandably so. That's the reason why vast majority of people are getting the VIP experience. And if you've ever been to a Steel City Con or really a meetup in any form or fashion, it's very brief. Don't expect to have a full conversation with Bill Murray. I mean, it's going to be something that's fairly quick. Now, in this circumstance, I have an interesting, little anecdote. Which is that I bought tickets to, and I mentioned this in the intro, the Philadelphia show, not thinking he would come to the Pittsburgh area. Now that he's come to the Pittsburgh area, I tried to sell the Philadelphia show tickets, not able to. So I'm actually going to see them 1 week from now in Philadelphia, unless that ticket miraculously sells, which is probably not going to. So I'm probably going to take the pilgrimage next Saturday to Philadelphia to see them yet again and do the same thing, the meet and greet, all that stuff. Although this time, instead of having a, kind of Lincoln Forbes Theater booth type seat, I actually have a front row ticket, because the way it worked at Parks was VIP was only for the first few rows. A little bit different at Palace in Greensburg. So when you do go to meet with them, you're meeting the whole band. They do take a few pictures. From what I've heard, the pictures are good. I have not actually seen them myself. They're not posted to the thing. They will not give you automatic pictures. It's not something like a con where they're going to print pictures right out after. It's something that there's a website that you have to go to. I'll include it in the link below so you can find it. But, it's not, the directions are not super clear on the photos, just so you're aware there. Also, when you do the interaction afterwards, they give you this poster. So this is a concert poster. It's part of the VIP experience is that you get a concert poster. It is exclusive to your particular venue, as this one is the Palace Theater. But as there's really nothing to it. Now, this is a poster that kind of begs to be autographed. It has the space for autographs. That's kind of why it's there. But no autographs. It would be nice if they had pre-signed something. They did not. So, and you can maybe attempt to wait outside for Bill, but Bill notoriously doesn't sign autographs, so it may not be something that would work. But as far as my interaction with him, look, I all day thought something was going to happen. I thought I was going to get a flat tire. I thought it was going to be some type of thing that was going to stop me from meeting Bill Murray. That's how much of a pivotal role Bill Murray has played in my life. So I've watched Bill Murray since the early days with Ghostbusters, and then, been a fan ever since. So when you go to meet him, he introduces himself as Bill Murray. Of course. I mean, what do you expect? Like, hi, I'm Bill Murray. Yeah, I'm aware. I've been watching you since I was 3 years old. It's like, hi, I'm Bill Murray. Bill Groundhog's Day Ghostbusting Ass Murray is how he should introduce himself. But, and I just let out just said like, hey, I never thought you'd actually come here, so I have tickets to Parks next week or I said something like, I have tickets to Parks next week because I really never thought you'd come anywhere near here. And then they're like, well, see you at Parks next week. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. But that's it. That's really the quick interaction that you're getting. Bill's friendly. He gives you a little wry smile. He's taller than you think he is. It's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, he's tall. He's fairly tall. But no, just meeting them and meeting the band and everybody pre-show, very, very cool. Like I said, a brief but fun interaction. It wasn't anything over the top or anything. But straightforward. It's nice. It's a meet and greet. That's fine. Thrilled that I did it. Thrilled that it's something, you meet someone that you've always wanted to meet your entire life, and to say I did it is great. It works great for everybody. Now, the bummer on this is that they hand you this before the show. So you're kind of stuck with it. You just kind of set it by your seat, kind of mess with the whole show. Personally, for me, I wish it was something where they had handed, you have the lanyard. You get a lanyard as well when you check in. And also, look at the picture on this lanyard. I don't know how well you can see this in the thing. I want you to take it off so you can see this. I've seen this actual picture, and it looks pretty good. But this character version of this picture is terrible. It's pretty bad. But yeah, so you get the picture. They don't explain or give you a card like go to this website and download this picture. And they give you this poster that you're kind of stuck with. I personally would give out the posters after the show. You have the lanyard already. You have it already. Just have it be like a pickup thing where you go to the merch booth and you go here, and then they hand you a one. I don't know why you'd do it before. That seems silly. But then it was time for the show. Now, they had a comedian, I think, and then an opening act. I'll be honest, I didn't see the itinerary of when they were going to take the stage. So I met my friend Mario out there. Always cool to see him. We usually see each other. We usually run into each other at cons and stuff. So it was cool to have that, to have him out there. We got up some dinner. He picked up the tab like a gent. I greatly appreciate it. But then we went to go see, they both were doing the VIP meet and greet, but we were sitting in different areas. We did not coordinate that part. He was sitting in the balcony. I was sitting in the John Wilkes Booth type opera left, kind of like a little box type seating. So they had an opening act. They had a comedian. We just sat in the lobby and talked between that opening act and that comedian, because he had saw something that said Bill Murray was going to be on until 9 p.m. It was supposed to be an 8 p.m. start. We were there at 7. We were actually there at 6:30 because that was the 6:45 because that was the check-in for the VIP. Got in the building at 7. Show was not until 8. But the VIP thing took a little while to get through. And then the 8 p.m. show was a comedian and then an opening band. So therefore, Bill Murray didn't hit the stage till 9 p.m. So keep that in mind. So the whole opening act I missed. I don't know if whether it was any good or anything or not. So then I'm going to show you some concert footage from, kind of a smattering. I didn't film the entire thing. I didn't film full songs. This is just kind of going to give you an idea of how it was to see Bill Murray in concert. So these are my seats at the Palace Theater for the evening. This is Opera Left. It is row 3, I believe, is how it's laid out. There's only 2 seats. I'm sitting next to someone random. I just saw an open seat and decided to give it a shot. Very nice theater. Very, very cool. Like I said, I would like to come out here for more shows, but definitely sitting on the inside is the better view overall. These seats weren't bad. You can still get a good view, and you'll see based on the footage I have here that the view's good, but it's definitely better on the inside near the rail. And then caught Bill, kind of like coming out prior to him taking the stage. This is actually technically behind the stage. We could see from this vantage based on the seat. They're doing a little like huddle type thing before the show. So that was cool to see, kind of a little inside baseball type thing going on there. But very, very cool to capture this moment before he takes the stage. There's really no fanfare when he takes the stage. There's no big announcement. There's no like, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Murray. They just kind of walk out and they start, which is very strange.
of B.B. King, folks. So, we all came up under the tutelage of the old guys, learned how to play from the old guys, and we turn around before you know it, right, Lewis? We're the new old guys. And we like to play the blues for you the way B.B. King showed us how to do it. Which just takes a little bit more attention, a little bit less calisthenics. All right, so here we go. 2, 3. TomWasHere for Dave Hill. Okay.
Just finished the show here. Not a bad little venue for a concert. I sat in these seats right here. Not bad. Better on the near the railing than here because you're kind of searching over people's heads. But other than that, not bad. It's a pretty good seat. My first time here. I guess there's not really a bad seat. It's not an overly like big theater, but I mean, it's still pretty, fairly close when you're like this, like even from the, the Lincoln seats, I mean, I think it's a pretty good view. It's much better on near the railing though, for sure, most definitely. Okay, back in the car now, and I'm going to speak about my experience of the overall, meet and greet and concert with Bill Murray. And it's funny, like I said, the meet and greet was exactly what I hoped it would be. It wasn't anything, I obviously, you could hope among hope that it would be better and, slightly more organized and all that. But it was, as with anything, meeting a celebrity or meeting something, going to a concert venue, doing a meet and greet, or going to a con and doing a meet and greet, it's all but too brief. You do a little quick pleasantries and then you're on your way. It's still cool to meet the man, the legend that is Bill Murray. That's awesome. So it's really cool to do that. As far as the show's concerned, Bill's not really playing it up for laughs. He's playing this as straightforward as he could possibly play it. There are a couple little things here and there that were very interesting. Like right out of the gate, he's kind of playing the bongos a lot of the time, like more than you'd think he would. He doesn't actually they did a few songs before he actually went and took the lead on one song and then went back to the bongos. And then there was a point where Jimmy Vivino did like a blues thing and Bill just like sits on the back of the stage like in thinker pose and just like, I don't know if he's just taking it all in. It was very strange. But Bill is playing this, as much as he's playing this straightforward, you can't help but see like a Nick the Lounge Singer, like his SNL, you almost hoped he would do like Star Wars or something like that, which I get is a little on the nose. But you can see it in the actual music that he's doing, kind of that same rhythms, that same beat and stuff like that. As much as he's singing and playing it straight, there are some laughs and fun things to be had. And the Blood Brothers are a good band. And Jimmy Vivino is multi-talented. We've seen that, when he was on, on Conan. But it feels like I said at the opening, it feels like karaoke with Bill Murray. And it feels like a jam band, kind of. They're not a band that's going to, like, blow you away with playing. But they're pretty good for what they are. And, they're hitting all the songs. And Bill's, kind of Shatnering his way through songs. Not exactly like spoken word like Shatner is. But occasionally he'll sing some songs in kind of different keys and melodies. And then kind of what the actual song is. That's the William Shatner-esque way of thinking. Therefore, he's Shatnering his way through it. But, look, to say you saw Bill Murray do 8675309 or like a Rolling Stone, that's cool, unique life experiences. And I think he wants to do it the legit way. I think he legitimately wanted to, everybody has that itch. If you're a comedian, you want to be an actor. If you're an actor, you want to be a musician. It's all that same thing. So I think he just had the itch. He was friends with the Blood Brothers. They were like, let's go on a tour. Let's do it. And he wanted to do it. And that's what it is. I'm just thrilled they actually hit the Pittsburgh area. I thought that's really cool that they actually made it to Greensburg. And from what I heard in Greensburg, Bill Murray was just walking around all day. He was at the restaurant that was next door. He went to the restaurant after the fact. Next door. So he must have really liked that restaurant. It was pretty good. I ate there myself when I was out there. So, definitely cool to experience it, to take it all in. As far as the pictures at the time of this recording, are not up as of yet. Sometimes they take a day or two to hit that website. But once they hit that website, they don't keep them there forever. So definitely pull those images off the website as you get them. Look, I met a legend. I met a titan in Bill Murray. It may be something that never happens again, is what I normally would say. But I know for sure, unless somebody buys that ticket, it is going to happen again in Philadelphia literally next week. And I don't know if Parks has the same restrictions on video, but as I'm sitting in the front row, I'm going to probably try to do some video because I think I'm going to get some good video out of it. Big thanks to my friend Mario. I knew I was going to drive him back home, but he picked up dinner for me. He got me a ginger ale at the bar. I felt like such a freeloader. But I greatly appreciate it nonetheless. But let me know your thoughts on Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers. Did you see this concert? Did you like this concert? What are your thoughts on seeing Bill Murray in concert? Were you looking for a little bit more funny, a little bit more silly Bill Murray? But it's just not as like a straightforward comedy show. But that'll do it for Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers, a VIP meet and greet experience. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to support me on Patreon like John Bailey, like Brett Persing, like Fayan, you can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a Tom Was Here t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, Arena Club. The links are in the description below. But when it comes to seeing Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers, Palace Theater, Greensburg, PA, I can officially say that my name is Tom and I was here. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Bye, everyone.